What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of MyPhilosoVie. It is your girl AVV, the philosophy, whichever your heart so choose. I know it has been a minute, it's been a while, and honestly, I had to take that time to get myself together to figure out what it was I really wanted to do and just find some sense of like calm and peace within myself, because with everything that has been going on as far as the pandemic, as far as like my life and just society as a whole, I felt like I needed to take a minute to breathe, to get myself together. And that's exactly what I did. I'm gonna do like a little catch up because I have been gone now for 5 months. I know, I hate to say it. I hate to say that it's been 5 months, but honestly, y'all, I have recorded thousands and thousands, and not even thousands, okay, I'm exaggerating. I have recorded numerous amount of videos. One thing about me and being a creative, I realized that I'm a perfectionist, and being that I'm a perfectionist, I'm very, very hard on myself. And when I say I was critiquing those videos to the point where it was just like, AV, okay, just upload it. And I couldn't do it because I just was like second guessing myself. I recorded like the same video like 5 or 6 times, and each time like they're literally just waiting to be uploaded. And for some reason, I just couldn't do it. So originally, I had planned to do this episode about relationships and forgiveness, but with everything that was going on at the time, like that topic just didn't speak to me, and I couldn't really talk about something that I was like currently going through. I had to give myself like a wake-up call and realize like, okay, there's some things you need to deal with before you go out here and try to help people deal with the same thing. So I took the time, did what I need to do, handle situations, got everything together, and I'm back. And I'm so excited because this episode is actually going to be about owning your truth. Okay? Owning your truth, accepting who you are, like 100%. You know, the genuine you, who you are in the moment, who you are right now. And I guess for the past, I'll say 5 years of my life, because I really started thinking about who I am and who I want to be and this person that I want to create. Not even create, but the person that I see myself or have the potential to be in years to come. I started thinking about that when I was 21, and it was really weird because it's like, at 21, why are you thinking about? But I always thought about my future, and thinking about my future so much, it kind of overwhelmed me to the point where I was just like, okay, nope, boom, we're gonna live in it now. Forget about the future, forget about, you know, we're gonna live now. And I really was just like, okay, AB, you about to be 25, because I just turned 25 on July 7th. And I had so many goals set for myself, right? I had like goals of being in my own place. I had goals of going back to school. I had goals of like a plethora, okay, of things that I wanted to do and goals that I had set for myself by age 25. I thought I was going to be married, have kids, blase, 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 etc., etc. Thought I had my life all planned out, right? Boom, life happens. That doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't happen that way. And you have to learn how to adjust. So just to give you like a little rundown on what's been going on with me for the past 5 months. So originally, like I said, I had plans for this video to be about relationships and forgiveness. I was trying to record that video at the time. I had just started back at a full-time job. I was working 12 hours a day. My schedule was so hectic to the point where I was like, on my off days when I really wanted to do my philosophy, y'all, I was dead tired to the point where I couldn't even think straight. So I never wanted to do my philosophy as like my philosophy is my diary, okay? My philosophy is something that I'm speaking to myself, but I feel like I'm speaking to other people too. So I never want to half-ass it at any given point, any given time, because of what mood I'm in or how I feel. So the best way that I can create and be a creative and put out creative, great content is to be in the best mood possible, is to be in high spirits, is to be, you know, have energy. And with that job, I just had no energy. There was too much going on. Then coronavirus hit, all that chaos happened. I was still working. Like, I didn't even get a break I know some people were, you know, laid off because of the virus. I unfortunately, but was blessed enough to still be working during this whole pandemic, still putting my family at risk, going to work, coming home, etc., etc. And then after I did that for a couple months, things kind of started going left. And when I tell y'all I'm becoming like the queen of taking my L's in silence, that is going to be like one of the greatest, like, I feel like if you can master anything, mastering taking your L's in silence is like a good skill to have. Because, and it's not a L, like a loss. I consider like something that, you know, as a lesson. So it's not a loss, it's a lesson. So all the lessons that I've had to learn recently have like put me into like this position or this mindset to where I'm like, okay, Abby, what's next for you? What do you want to do with your life? Because I'm gonna be honest, I wake up every day and not saying that I have no idea what it is I want to do, but I certainly have no idea what it is I want to do. I have plenty of ideas of things that I want to do. And I realized, like, with me personally, I have to start with one. What kind of fueled this thinking was that I got fired from my job. And I kind of, like, accepted it for what it was, you know. I know getting fired from your job is not like a woo, yay, like, you know, most people want to quit. When I got fired from my job, it kind of like gave me this wake up call. It's like, okay, you tried this out. You tried to do the 9 to 5 thing. And when they fired me, I was pissed, but then I was just like, all right, Abby, whatever. Like, it is what it is. I'll find another job. I found plenty of other jobs. I'll be okay. I ain't gonna lie, I did cry on the way home, but I was crying because I had to feel it. I had to mourn. You know, it was a loss. It was the end of something. I felt sad, so I cried it out. And once I cried it out for my little 5-10 minutes, I was on the way and I was just like thinking on my way home, I'm like, all right, Abby, you free now. Like, I'm driving. I'm like, I'm free. Like, I no longer am obligated to a job. Like, I can go out here and make a job if I want to. I can go out here and figure out what's the, you know, I can figure out what I want to do. I have more time for MyPhilosoVie. I had planned to go back to school. So I was just like, I have all the time in the world to do this. I took that negative thing that could have like depressed me, could have made me so upset with my life and so negative. I took that and I turned it around and turned it into a positive. I know that was kind of like a tongue twister, but y'all got what I was saying. My best friend gave me the idea because I've always done hair, like, on, like, my friends, on, like, family members, and even myself. Like, I'm very good with my hands. I'm very good with learning. So I really can be taught anything, and I think that's really cool about myself. Like, I love the fact that I can just, you know, adapt and learn new things. For the longest time, y'all, I was so hesitant. Just like referring back to like MyPhilosoVie with like uploading. The issue that I was having during my little hiatus was uploading videos. Like, I had so much to say, so many good topics, so many good like thoughts, and I just was afraid to put it out there because I was like hesitant. Not even hesitant. I just didn't know what other people would think, right? And I really had to think to myself, like, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. These are your thoughts. Like, people are gonna think differently than you do. Not all people are gonna think like I think. Not all people are gonna agree with how I feel and how I say things. But at the end of the day, it does not matter. Because this is my voice. I'm going to speak it. I'm going to share what I have to say with the world, whether y'all want to hear it or not. Someone's going to watch it. Someone's going to listen. And then 5-10 years down the line, when I can look back at these videos, show them to my kids or my family members or whatever, and it helps them in some type of way, I'm happy about it. And even if it doesn't help anyone, I know that I uploaded it. I know that I did something that I faced a fear. Like, I took a risk. I did something out of the norm. And that is how you become bold. That's how you own your truth. So I started doing hair. I started posting my work. I really didn't think that I would get clients. I really didn't think that people would, you know, book me. And come to find out, like, I was wrong. Ever since I started, I can't tell you how many clients I've touched, like, with my hands. Like, And it's just like a great feeling because I'm not obligated to do it. I can stop whenever I want. I make my own schedule. I get to travel. Like, I really love my life. And if I could say anything, I'd say this, that getting fired from that job, and I hope that that supervisor is watching this, was the best thing that has ever happened to me. Another exciting thing that I'm like owning up to or like expressing, but I just wanted to share with y'all, is that I enrolled back in school. So I am officially going back to school online to finish my psychology degree. It's my bachelor's program, and I'm super, super, super excited about that. Like, for the longest time, I just wanted to complete something because I have like issues with completing things. Like, I'll start something and then it'll be going great, and then something will happen, it'll throw me off track, and I just stay off track. I never jump back on. So to be back in school, to be, you know, a mini entrepreneur, like, I am just like so grateful. And if anything, what's been keeping me going through all this chaos is just trying to find peace within, y'all. Like, I can't tell you enough, like, focusing on me, focusing on like my happiness, what makes me happy, not worrying about the next person, whether they're wearing a mask or not worrying about, you know, this, like, it's so much going on, and there's so much out here for you to be worried about, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, why worry about those things if you can't control them? Like, I'm just cutting all ties with any negativity. Like, I haven't, like, when I tell y'all the L's have been like back to back to back to back, they have been like that. And the more L's you take, the lessons you learn. You learn how to adapt. You learn how to be like, oh, okay, that happened, boom, what's next? And that's literally my mindset now. Like, I don't care what someone has done towards me. I don't care if they have harmed me. I don't care if they lied on my name. I don't care if they disrespected me. It's done. I can't change it. I can't, you know, wish that they wouldn't have done it. It's done. I accepted that it's happened, and I'm moving forward because good things are gonna happen to me just as well as the bad. But I'm learning to balance. Life is about balance. Life is about learning how to, with the good comes the bad, and with the bad definitely comes the good. So you have to learn how to balance that within yourself. Ooh. It feels so good to just sit down and for a minute just to think. And if I could give you guys any advice for what's going on right now in the world, because a lot of people are hurting a lot, mentally, physically, emotionally, like, and we're learning, or not even learning, we have learned to laugh at pain, or laugh through the, you know, and it's not always funny. I know we want to make a joke out of things to make life easier to handle, but everything isn't always funny. Some things are serious. A lot of things have been serious, but Black Lives Matter. They always will matter, no matter what you thought yesterday, today, tomorrow, the next day. Black Lives Matter. I matter. My brothers and sisters matter. And it just has to stop, okay? And I feel like in order for it to stop, it has to start with us. And when I say with us, I mean yourself. Get your peace of mind together. Get your mind right. Worry about your situation. Try to control what you have going on in front of you. If you have issues, if you have, you know, some type of something inside that's allowing you to project that off on other people, check yourself. Figure out what it is going on within you. I promise you, once you figure out the root of what is causing your dysfunction or your ill intention, life will get a lot better. Just be authentically you. Like, own up to who you are. If you're not a mean person because you're just a mean person. You're probably a mean person because of something that happened to you, and you have this guard up because you want to protect yourself from getting hurt. Like, figure out the deeper issue in all these situations. Like, take a second. When something happens, take a second to think. I realize you have to process emotions. You can't hide them. because eventually they're going to come up in another situation and you're going to react even worse than before. So learn how to process your emotions. Learn how to take a minute and to think, because a lot of the things that we react to and how we react is because we never thought. We act off the first instinct that we have, which is either anger, sadness, or whatever. I feel so much better now that I have gotten this out, now that I have shared my piece and my words with you all. Stay positive, find your peace, and protect it. Sending love, light, and prosperous vibes your way. MyPhilosoVie.